Well, hello, my wonderful brothers of the Maverick Nation. And, before we start this off, I'm going to be doing a little thing to where, if I ever do one of my little pauses, because, sometimes in the middle of videos, I kind of pause. Well, I can't, I pause for a long amount of time. I can't really help that. That's a thing that just seems to happen in my videos. I've even had in my description literally be an apology for the fact that the long pause in the middle of my video. It just seems to happen sometimes. So, if there's ever a pause, I will just click the pause button on my video and deposit, or just, whatever you're supposed, whatever the saying is. Whenever I'm done with the pause, whenever I feel like I can talk again, just so you guys don't have to sit through, a long period of me just not saying anything. Just, just saying that so that you guys can know, like, if anything seems weird. Like, if any of you can notice, like, a cut in a video, and you guys might wonder what the cut is for, like, why I did a cut. The cut, if you guys notice a cut, is because I noticed that I'm having a moment where I'm kind of pausing and I can't really, like, say anything. It's like one of those moments where I'm just paused. But I don't really want to end the video because I know, like, the pause isn't forever. Like, I'll still be able to do it, I just have to wait for the pause to end. And then I can resume. So, yeah. By the way, why we are doing this from here, I'm also in kind of one of those situations where my body really doesn't want to leave the bed. Yeah, I'm in another one of those situations. Yeah. And, this is also another one of those situations where, the, way in which things are being recorded is kinda different from the way in which things will come out. Even though I'm recording it like, the what if videos first, uh, you know, the, Soulless Hero videos are gonna come out first, but, the what if videos will be recorded first. The Soulless Hero, the episode of the Soulless Hero will come out first, but truly the thing that's going to be recorded first will be the what if video. If the Soulless Hero video even comes out at all. If the what if videos even come out at all today. I mean, it's just weird the way I'm feeling. But, I decided, regardless, I need to get out content. So, I decided that, the whole Aizen thing was going to replace the whole my Pokemon Academia thing, whatever. So, here we are with what if Izuku Midoriya was a descendant of Sosuke Aizen Part 2. So, yeah, this is Part 2. In Part 1, Izuku decided to, get ready for the entrance exams. And, well, he is ready, because it's time for the entrance exams. And you guys might be wondering, well, he doesn't have one for all. Guys, I don't think he's going to need one for all. I mean, he's a descendant of Aizen. Sosuke Aizen. Besides, he could just, Aizen's a really good liar, so he could just say that the sword is his quirk. And, all of the other random shit that he can do is also, a part of the sword quirk thing. Or he can just pull a Todoroki and say he has two quirks. He can pull, a Shoto Todoroki and say he has two quirks. Because how, Shoto Todoroki has a fire and an ice. The fire is from his father, and, the ice is his, own thing. And, basically, what I mean by that is, well, during the time in which he was doing the training, the whole kendo thing for, Kyoka Suigetsu, because Kyoka Suigetsu is a sword, so yeah, kendo training would be nice. I mean, kendo is sort of the art of the sword. Well, at least I believe that's what it is. Well, keto spells is what I'm talking about. Keto spells. Because, Aizen would know about keto. And basically, the two basic things that he would want Izuku to know about would be, that have to do with keto spells, would be Bakudo and Hado. The different Bakudo and the different Hado. Defensive stuff and offensive stuff. Bakudo being the defensive stuff, and Hado being the offensive stuff. And, he could just say that, kind of like Ichigo with his Getsuga Tensho, how he can, shoot the Getsuga Tensho through his sword. He could just say that all the blasts and all, the different shit, that it all has to do with his sword part, of his quirk. He could just, lie and say that it has to do with his sword. So basically, the beginning stuff that he Aizen would let Aizen, seeing as he's a descendant of Aizen, his inner world person. I don't exactly know what to call the Zangetsu version of whatever he has here. I guess you could call it a soul, a I guess you could call it his inner body. I don't know. I don't really know. They would say keto and hado, keto spells, the different keto spells, hado and bakudo. The ones he would know off the bat, that he would train to know, he would train him to know, would be I really think I only know one bakudo, and then I know two hado. That would be beginner level. I know more than two, but if we're talking beginner level, I only really know two hado. The beginner level hado would be Sho and Byakurai. Hado number 1, Sho, and Hado number 4, Byakurai. And if we're talking Bakudo, the only real beginner level one, or one in general that I generally know of, unless Donku is one. I believe Donku is a Bakudo. but that's like higher level. If we're talking low level, like I only know like Bakudo number 1, like a Sai, and so he would only really know those. So yeah, and he would have to make up the excuse that they're like part of his quirk, which is his sword, Kyokasu Igetsu. Like he would say, like sword Kyokasu Igetsu is his quirk, and all the different stuff are just different parts of his quirk that he can use. So, he would eventually make it to the entrance exams, and the written exam, he would like ace that shit because Aizen is freaking. He's intelligent as balls. You know, he's freaking really good. Like, he's really freaking intelligent. Like, he's on Shinsuke Uehara levels of intelligence. He's even more than Mayuri. He's like Uehara levels of intelligence. And so, basically, yeah, Aizen is really freaking intelligent. And so, eventually, whenever we got to, like, the, part of the, like, a whole, entrance exam that had, like, the robots, you know, Izuku, he would just, like, dominate that shit. Because he could just, like, smack it around, do whatever he wanted to do. He would basically just, he wouldn't have much of a problem at all with, the robots. But eventually, whenever it got to the part with, like, Ochako, I'm gonna call her Ochako for this what if. But, for this what if, I believe for this what if alone. This what if alone is the one what if where I'm gonna call her Ochako. For those that like it whenever people call her Ochako. This will probably be your what if. Unless those people also hate Bleach, but, you win some, you lose some. Anyways, beggars can't be choosers, whatever. Like, whenever Izuku notices Ochako, and basically, like, saves Ochako, and he's just like, Bakudo number 1, sight! And, like, the freaking 0-pointer is just, like, stopped. And then he's just like, hey, Ochako, wanna see something cool? And Ochako's like, sure, I guess. And then he's just like, shing! He like cuts the robot in half. And then all of a sudden it's like in a billion pieces. Like, and I guess, like, he would sort of be able to, like, memorize the powers of those he's seen before. And so basically, he really wouldn't know what to do with his power. But, not really knowing what to do with his power, I mean, what is he to do with his power? Well, he does realize one thing. He realizes something. Santin Keshin. He hears the words Santin Keshin. And he also hears the words, I reject. And then he remembers. Like, he remembers inside of his head. He remembers something that he thinks he shouldn't remember. Like, he's just like, he shouldn't remember this, because he doesn't even know how he remembers this. I mean, it's not like anything he would remember before, but all of a sudden it's just in his head. And then all of a sudden he's just like, Ochako, you mind showing me your legs? And Ochako's just like, okay, they're pretty hurt. And Izuku's just like, that's why I need you to show me them. And then he just puts his hand on, and he's just like, Santin Keshin, I reject. And it's like, all of a sudden, they're healed. And then, like, freaking Ochako's just like, what the shit? Like, what? Like, they're all better now. Like, what? What the frick? And, you know, Izuku is just like, yeah, I don't know how I did that either. I guess it was like just some sort of memory thing. Like, almost like, I don't even know. And then, like, the person, like his inner world person, starts to speak to him, and he's like, memories of the person who is related to you. Aizen, he remembers a girl. Or Hime, she had the power to reject, to reverse time in order to heal injuries. And basically, Izuku is trying to like half-ass explain this to Ochako, and Ochako is basically getting it, like sort of getting it, and he's like, "So you're able to reverse time to repair my injuries? Is that sort of what it's like?" And Izuku's like, "Oh, I think so. I don't know, but I think that's what it is. I guess." And then it's just like the whole entire thing is done. And then like a day or two later, and Izuku just gets something in the mail, and whenever he opens it, it's like a disc, and he puts the disc in his computer, and it's like a picture of All Might, and All Might's just like, "Congratulations, young Midoriya. You have gained villain and hero points. And as many villain and hero points that you have gained, you are now accepted into UA." And Izuku is just like so giddy inside. He's just like, "Yes, yes, yes, I'm accepted into UA." And the inner world person, I'm just gonna call it the inner world person. The inner world person inside of him is just like, well, indeed, it seems that things are beginning to get stranger. And then all of a sudden, like, the inner world person and Izuku just both hear, like, this. Well, well, well. Look who got accepted into UA. And Izuku's just like, well, who is that? No mind me. I'm just a friend. And like the other world person, like Izuku's other world friend person, is just like, uh, Getsuga? And then like the person who was like doing the laugh is just like, no need to try to attack me. I'm just here for Izuku's sake. Just as much as you are. Maybe even more. You can call me Black. And that is where I'm going to end it off this What If. Dark Shadow Maverick is out. Adouses.